From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And incomplete to open things up.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Kyler going to give this to Benson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. To throw, it's Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Well, you know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator, because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, that's got to feel great for them.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. Right at the 30. First run now for Kyren Williams. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Williams. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Short throw, it's Higbee. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's got room at the 30. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on third down, Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10.
That's a jet sweep. This is Adams.
And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
Kyron Williams
Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Rams put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Cardinals, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 35, here's second down and 1.
And his throw is incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Murray keeps it himself. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him right where it all started. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Pass complete there to Nakua. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
3rd and 9 here. To throw is Stafford. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Greg George deep for Arizona. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And that will come the offense as they take over. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They start with a give to Connor. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Excellent job defensively there from Kobe Turner.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Caught on the right side by Jones. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
It's 3rd down.
From the gun, Murray. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
Fair catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Stafford. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, he had the right idea, but there was no one open downfield, so he climbed the pocket and took off. But what a nice job by the defense to stop him short of the first down.
Ethan Evans on now to punt.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
The Cardinal offense takes back over.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing now is Murray. And he will slide to a hold at the end of that one. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, Connor. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
The Cardinals on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Murray going to throw. Out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
On third down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Benson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now Murray.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They give giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
It's a gain of 17.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball off his hands a lot quicker.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession.
At their own 26-yard line.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A shotgun snap for Stanford. And that's complete to Adams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Stafford. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down. They'll hand it off now. Williams trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Stafford.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
That is incomplete.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Murray a give. This is Connor. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
James Conner.
64 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The extra point by Ryland up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their own 24.
He'll look to Williams to begin things.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
79 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities. I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now it's Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Now a handoff coming left. Connor. He's got it to the 43 here.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
Here's Murray.
And this will be swung out here for Connor.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Murray on the sneak.
And he is going to have the Cardinals 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st down.
Murray now. And to the left side here, Wilson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Here's Murray. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Brandon, there was more on his mind there than just getting to the 1st down marker. Saw an opportunity to get a big play and wasn't going to let the defense do a lot to stop him from getting there.
And Murray's going to keep this.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Cardinals are able to widen their advantage. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
That is caught. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
At the 50-yard line.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. From the 50, it's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2nd down and 6 now. Throwing again is Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he gets it down to the 32. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Oh, he shifts past him. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Stafford. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Walter Nolan gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. The drive will start with Connor. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, that last run for a 1st down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box. They need to add more people.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A give up the middle with Benson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Murray now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Wilson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are able to stretch out their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The football going back to the Rams now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The drive starts with a carry by Corum. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, the slant connects with Davante Adams. Now he's free at the 35. Davante Adams. Touchdown, LA! Davante Adams. 75 yards. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone.
14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 92 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Pass complete there to Harrison. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Zone read, here's Benson. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Murray going to throw. There's a short one caught by Ryman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Shifts by him. And so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Connor, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the one. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll look to run with Connor. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's third and goal at the one. Two straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being four-down territory.
He lost two, and it brings up fourth.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on third and goal.
So on fourth down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Corum now on 1st and 10. He'll take this to the 46.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. Stafford now to throw. Pass complete there to Nakua.
Stafford's pass complete to Puka Nakua. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up fourth down. They snap it to Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on fourth. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down. But they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Davante Adams with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Rams are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Cardinals 27, Rams 21.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The football going back over to Arizona now. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They start the drive with counter. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. This is Connor running right. A 130 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Connor going to get it again on second down.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
But he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Running right on the option is Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Cardinals are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Stafford.
They find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Throwing is Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 33.
forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead with Corum.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Tutu Atwell, 32 yards. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'll give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Shotgun now from Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Now Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. To throw, it's Murray. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. To throw is Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey McBride from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. Go, 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 go.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Here's Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Check the call, check the call.
fake it. Now Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
To the air again, Stafford. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Walter Nolan able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, 40 yards. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that big-time drive right there? If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Murray to throw. And he is caught. And they work
work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They run behind center with Connor. And the Cardinals are going to have a first down. And that's a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Cardinals.
And they take a knee.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.